Okay, everyone, hello and welcome back to Whack with Patrick and Mia, and this is exciting because Patrick is sitting right in front of me for the first time we've ever, since we've been doing this podcast. Usually we do it over Skype, and usually I'm looking like, not too good on the other side of my computer, and he actually just said, well, you still don't look good, but like now I can see you.
Okay, it's no. Like that.
No, it's okay. It's all fun and games, so it's fine, I guess. But Patrick, how have you been? How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying my spring break, getting to see everyone. I honestly thought a lot more people would be on spring break though, and so like yesterday I just kind of like sat home all day. Which usually when I'm in Pittsburgh, I'm like trying to see as many people as possible. So I'm like spending the morning with one person, spending the afternoon with another, spending the night with another person. And so it was kind of weird just sitting home all day. But I did an interview with someone, doing another interview today. So I'm really excited about that and posting that. So yeah.
You all have something to look forward to over at On The Noise with DJ Patty G, you know. I am like the same way. I haven't really been doing that much. I have actually hung out with my family more than my friends, I feel like.
The other night we just sat at home with your mom and brother.
Oh my gosh, this was great. We sat literally for like almost an hour and a half, I feel like. We were there for a while.
I think it was longer than that.
Oh, it might have been
maybe
longer
2
than
hours.
That. Yeah, but we just sat around and we were all like talking about like crazy people from our high school, you know, as you do. My mom was telling us about how she would like sneak out of her house at like the age of like 14 and like take the train down to the city and go to bars and like
New York.
In New York, yeah. But so like, are we surprised? No, but so we just sat around and talked about that. Oh my gosh, you can hear my water ting. I don't even know what sound that is, but sorry. But yeah, so we were all just kind of like talking about memories and like crazy things as you do.
Yeah,
so.
And your poor little brother, he was just like, what?
Yeah,
the entire time.
Yeah, my brother's 13 and he was like, people smoke weed in Upper St. Clair? What? And it was just like, oh, Evan, you got a storm coming, buddy.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But and last night I sporadically, is that the right word? I think it is. Dyed my hair. Just the ends. I bleached the tips. My friend helped me, and everyone told me it would look bad. I think it looks good.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, see, thank you. Okay, because everyone was like, no, don't do it. Like, this is gonna be horrible. You're gonna hate it, and I love it.
When I think of bleach, though, I think of, like, really, like, light
yeah,
one. So I think if it had been that, I don't think it would have looked good.
Yeah, this is, like, nice, though, because it's, like, it's not, like, light it's brown. Just, like, light brown orangey, but, like, I think I kind of went into it knowing that was going to happen because my hair is already so dark. But, you know, I was excited with the results. So, and I was like, literally, if I hate it that much, like, I'm only doing, like, 2 inches. I'll just cut it off. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was what I did this week so far. And I'm going to Akron, Ohio tonight for some reason, because that's my friend's idea of fun.
Akron.
So, yeah, love Akron. Yeah, I'm actually excited though. It's gonna be fun.
So do we want to just go ahead and get started?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So let's groove.
Yeah, let's groove. Yeah, let's groove. Oh, we get to do it in the same room. We're grooving together, everyone. So today, I have brought Still Woozy to the table, literally, because we're sitting at a table and I'm excited. But he makes like, what would you describe it as? I would say like, it says R&B-ish on the thing, but it's like more like psychedelic-y, like, it's very, like, indie, like, kind of, you know, that whole, like...
He also makes it, like, in his garage. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about, is that, he's 25 years old, and his name is Sven Gamsky. I'm going to go with Gamsky. But, he lives in Oakland, California. He literally records everything in his garage. Like, he has, like, a whole setup. In this article I'm reading, he, like, is talking about, like... how he just brought on, like, a drummer to help him with future projects because, like, he'd done everything on his own, like, up to this point. And he has, I think, 7 or 8 EPs now. I think he might have released one since this article was written. But he, like... I feel like this is, like, a common thing where we keep seeing, like, EPs from, like, younger artists because he says that it's, like, he doesn't want to, like, work on one project for, like, an extended period of time. He just wants it to, like happen, like, as it goes. So, and, like, whenever he finishes a song, he says it's, like, generally released within the day, which is, like, really impressive, actually. Like, just kind of, like, seriously. Do it all, like, you know, one and done. But, yeah, and his name, like, Still Woozy, like, he calls himself that because, like, that's just, like, his vibe, like, of everyday life. He's like, I'm always just keeping it, like, still woozy. So,
I mean,
which, like, makes sense.
Yeah, his music sounds like that.
Yeah, so, like, what were your thoughts on, like, on the songs I had you listen to?
So I thought it was, like, a very chill sound, like we said. I did enjoy it. It's very weird, but I did like, so I listened to it on my computer, and when I started, my volume was up very loud. But just the sound of it coming from my speakers, I don't know. I really like the way it sounded through my computer speakers. Kind of weird. But it was good. I really enjoyed... I did like all the songs. Habit, I liked all the little, like, kind of random sounds he threw in there. I love when people do that with their songs. Like, Billie Eilish, with her song My Boy, she does that. She, like, throws in these random sounds. I really liked Cook. There was this one part where he, like, goes up really high or something. I don't know. It sounded really good. And then Lucy, I thought that was cute. He was just, like, he kept saying, why are you so cute? Which I thought was nice. Yeah. And I like the, I guess, quote-unquote rap part. It's not really a rap, but, like it's speaking. I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool. I forget the, who is featured. I feel like it's, like, I think his name's Odie?
I didn't see any features. But, oh, okay. It just disappeared from my computer.
It's all good.
But yeah, I did like that part, and overall, I did like it. The artwork of all the songs.
I love the artwork.
It was really weird.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I love it. I, like, love all the colors and, like, very, like, it, like, pops right out. Like, I love it. They are just, like, very odd.
Though.
They're very odd. But,
I mean, like, I like the idea. You know, very creative, but at the same time, I was like, ooh. Okay.
That's a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I was trying to see him in Detroit a few months ago. And this was before I had my car on campus, and I'm so upset I didn't get to see him. But, yeah, I was, like, trying to, like, all my friends that lived in Detroit, I was like, hey, have you ever heard of this artist? Like, because he's having a concert in Detroit, like, if you want to take us. But no one went, but tickets were $10. I was so upset. But, also, like, I wonder what would have been, like, the environment of that concert. Like, I feel like it would have been, like, either, like, really crazy or, like, everyone's just, like, cracked out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, probably.
I mean,
probably a mixture of both.
Oh, well, he'll be back, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So, you know,
it's
maybe
always,
I'll get to
it's
see
always
him.
Better, though, like, when you can catch them kind of early.
Yeah, because then I could have
more
been,
intimate.
like,
Yeah.
And, yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. It was at, like, this small, like, venue in Detroit called L Club. So I've never even been to Detroit. So I was not going to go by myself.
Oh, yeah, I do not blame you.
Yeah, well, that is Still Woozy. You can check him out on Apple Music, Spotify. I believe he is on SoundCloud. Yep, he's on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. So if
Bandcamp.
Yeah, Bandcamp.
Let me just go on my Bandcamp real quick.
Yeah, but yeah, you can check him out there. My personal favorite is Habit by him, but I do enjoy all of his music for the most part. So yeah, check him out if that sounds interesting to you.
Okay, so for our next segment, When Pigs Fly, crazy news stories. So I usually go to NPR because they have a strange news section, and you'll enjoy the picture for this.
You find way crazier news stories than I do, and it makes me self-conscious.
So Filipino authorities found more than 1,500 smuggled turtles and tortoises in a suitcase. And
in a suitcase?
And they're, like, covered in duct tape. In this picture of them, they're just, like, covered in duct tape, just chilling.
Oh my gosh, and they're mad. Like, look, you can see the anger in their eyes.
So I'm just gonna read the article. It's from NPR, like I said, but it'll just be easier if I read it. Filipino customs officials found 4 suitcases left in the arrivals area of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport near Manila on Sunday. And when they opened them, they found a startling surprise. More than 1,500 exotic turtles and tortoises. Some of the animals were wrapped in duct tape. Some were Some were mixed in normal-looking luggage items such as clothing, shoes, and cookies. And let me show you this picture. Look, they're just like chilling out, mixed in with all these like clothes.
Gosh.
And there's just like a package of cookies right there.
That looks like that just looks like someone like, you know, threw their stuff in their suitcase for their trip home and like was like, oh, like let's just bring these turtles. So 1,500, did you say?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know how they fit all that. And how they must have like had to pay a lot.
I hope they were all okay.
I think so. And it's not just like one type either. They hold on. I'll keep reading the article. Sorry. The items were left behind by a Filipino passenger coming from Hong Kong. Blah blah blah. It's not clear why the passenger abandoned the animals in the airport. Though the Customs Bureau has a guess, the passenger may have been informed of the vigilance of the port against illegal wildlife trade and its penalties.
That is...
In the Philippines, convicted wildlife smugglers can face prison time of up to 2 years and a fine of up to 200,000 pesos, about $3,850.
Oh my god.
Which, like, okay, I like, the fact that he left this in the airport.
Yeah,
like,
why?
that's really sad. Like, what if they had found it? Anyway.
It's already sad that they're just crammed into these suitcases.
But also, they're like, we guess that maybe he found out, like, how much trouble you could get in. I'm like, what? Like, he was just packing these turtles thinking, like, it'll be good.
What if it was, like... Have you watched Orange is the New Black? Or, like, do you know what it's about? Okay, so basically, like, the reason, like, the main girl's in prison is because she, like... dropped off a bag of like drug money or like drugs in like an airport and just like left it there and like walked away and like then the people like came picked it up. Like what if it was that? Like what if it was like he was like an exotic pet smuggler and he just like left it in the airport for like his like partner to come and get and then the partner just never showed up.
Maybe. Oh.
Like honestly that makes sense.
That would make sense.
Like,
okay. So they have like a ton of different types of turtles/tortoises. The smuggled animals included star tortoises, redfoot tortoises, sulcata tortoises, and red-eared slider turtles. Slider turtles, I love that. Oh. They've been turned over to the officials from the Department of Environment and Natural Resources who monitor wildlife trafficking. Then someone quoted, turtles and tortoises are often kept as exotic pets, but are sometimes also used as a form of traditional medicine or served as a delicacy process across parts of Asia, the BBC notes. Their meat is considered by some to be an aphrodisiac. I am not a medicine person at all.
You can't read.
While the bones are powdered for use in medicine. They were found on World Wildlife Day, as Philippine news website Raveler reported.
That is so sad. Like that's like the worst, like ironic.
I know.
It's like you find
seriously.
this bag of 1,500 turtles, and it's like World Wildlife Day.
Can you imagine how much he paid to like weigh that bag? Because you have to pay like if it's over $50 or over 50 pounds.
I didn't even think of that because like I mean like one turtle like is like a rock that like came to life, and then like 1,500
a rock that came to life. I love that.
No, like they're literally rocks that came to life. Like that's why they're so slow.
Discoveries of smuggled wildlife are not uncommon in the Philippines. Custom authorities said last year they turned over a total of 560 wildlife and endangered species, including 250 geckos, 250 corals, and other reptiles that were found in air parcels, baggage, and shipments.
What is up with people like?
I don't know.
You can't get a cage? Like
earlier this year, Filipino customs officials found 63 iguanas, chameleon, and bearded dragons. And that's just in this year. Turtle smuggling is also an issue in nearby countries.
This is so odd, like turtles.
I know.
Like,
I don't know. I guess someone really wants their medicine or just a pet.
I guess so.
The BBC reported that last week, 3,300 pig-nosed turtles were smuggled into Malaysia by boat, though this attempt was intercepted by Malaysia's maritime agency. So...
you're unpacking a lot right now.
I know. That was the end of the article, but
oh my gosh. Why did he duct tape them? So they couldn't walk around? I
guess so, like, they wouldn't, like, jumble around, but he only, like, some were duct tape. One was, like, stuffed in a shoe.
This is so, like, horrible, but, like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But,
This
like,
reminds me of, like, it's probably a big deal because, like, they don't want, like, you know, like, living things, like, bringing, like, you know, like, how the stink bugs, like, isn't that, like, how they happen? Because, like, some bug got, like, smuggled, and then they brought the stink bugs to kill all the little bugs because they ate them. That's, like, how stink bugs, like, got to, like,
oh, really?
the United States.
Ew,
yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, it was, like, there was, like, an infestation, but
I hate
regardless.
stink bugs.
Yeah, no, I hate stink bugs. I mean, the polar vortex, like, killed 90% of them, apparently, but I still see
good.
them, so I don't know. But, no, when we went to Italy for my cousin's wedding, you met my grandfather. Like, you remember how we were talking about his fig trees, like, in his backyard? Yeah, he's grown fig trees, literally, for my mom's whole life, like, even before then, like, for so long. And when we went to Italy, most of his fig trees had died, and so when we went there, he, like, went around and, like, took branches off of fig trees in Italy and, like, smuggled them back in his, like, suitcase and planted them. So I guess, like, it's not as uncommon as you think, but, like, turtles is, like, a whole other thing, I feel like.
A stick and a turtle.
But, like, I mean, that stuff will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, so, like, I wonder...
I feel like maybe he, like, duct taped them, and then, like, he got tired because only, like, half of them, and he was just like, whatever, they're not gonna move around.
And then he just wrapped them in.
He's just like, I'll just throw a couple cookies in there, they won't move.
Just imagine, like, inside the suitcase, like, all the turtles are just like, they're just freaking out.
Like,
inside.
that sounds like something from a sitcom.
No, it literally, that is literally, like, I can see this happening in, like, SpongeBob or something, where, like, Sandy will make, like, a turtle translator or something, and then she'll, like, hold it up to the suitcase, and they're all just, like, screaming inside. That's, like, the one episode where she makes a peanut translator, and then it's, like, he holds up a peanut, and it's, like, and she's like, what did it say? And he says, it's dark in here. So funny. Yeah, that's... Like, I don't even know. Like, how do you even end that? Like, it's just like what happened to the turtles? Like,
I mean, I
did they go to loving homes? Are they just gonna get cooked up anyway? Like, like.
Hopefully they'll go back to where they came, I guess. I don't know.
Is that much better, though?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna just do a side story, because our topic today isn't as in-depth as our other topics.
Yeah.
I once accidentally, this is so terrible, killed a turtle.
No! Did you run over it with your car?
No.
Oh.
So, I used to live in Missouri.
Oh my god, Branson. I'm not
Branson,
surprised.
Missouri, yeah. That place was, those 3 years of my life were just wild, and I didn't even realize it until recently. And we would go out and play in the woods a lot, because there was these woods by I used to live in an apartment when I lived there. And so me and my friends would go outside every day, and we would typically, like, just play outside, whether it be in the parking lot or just in the woods. And I found this turtle, or I guess tortoise, I don't know the difference. And it was pretty big, like, it was... a little bit bigger than a phone, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I picked it up. I was like, I'm taking this home as a pet. Shouldn't have done that. And I was carrying it around, and I was carrying it around, like, all day. Like, this was from after school, and we were just chilling out. I was showing all my, like, friends, because we would, like, go to different people's apartments that we knew, mm-hmm. and just ask them to, like, hang out. And so I was showing everyone, and then it was around 7 or 6, I don't know, around dinner time. And all my friends were like, hey, we have to go in and go eat dinner. I was like, okay, I'll wait for you guys out here. For some reason, I didn't just, like, go inside and, like, mm-hmm. tell my mom, hey, I found this turtle, can I keep it? I decided to just wait outside. And so... This is so sad. I, like, blocked this out of my memory, by the way.
Oh my gosh. So it's a recent memory that you come across.
In the past couple of years. But
You dropped him?
I dropped the turtle.
No!
There was this, like, pit for, like, I guess sewer water? I don't know. I didn't not drop it in the sewer water. Gosh, it was always dry, so I guess it's not sewer water. I don't know what it was exactly, but it was, like, this pit that had one of those, like, pipe things.
Was it like a storm drain?
Maybe,
like, where
that's
the water
what it was.
Comes out when it floods, yeah.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. And so there was a bunch of, like, cinder blocks around it, and I dropped it on the cinder block. And...
Oh my god, Patrick.
I was like, no. And
Did you have a meltdown?
No, I don't really remember. Like, seriously, I forgot this happened. Like, I did not think about it until probably junior year of high school when someone said something about turtles, and for some reason something clicked, and I was like, I killed a turtle. And, like, I don't even know if I cried. I was just like, this is so sad. I just saw your sticker that says sea turtles on it.
Yeah.
This is
oh my god.
triggering.
This is crazy.
But I dropped it and I pick it up and it's like it went in its shell and
I can't.
I was looking at it at its head and you could tell there was blood.
No. Oh
on
my
the
god,
head.
This is so bad.
And
I'm calling PETA on you.
like, PETA, don't come for me. It was an accident. I wanted to love and take care of this turtle. I called it. I was like, I'm either gonna name it Sheldon or Shelly, depending on whether it's a boy or a girl. I don't know how I was gonna figure that out, but it dropped, and so my friends came back out, and I was like, guys, the turtle died. I don't really remember how they reacted, but I was like, maybe he's okay. And then my friend, that's when he saw the blood, and he was like, no, I'm pretty sure you smashed its head in. It was like in 4th or 5th grade too.
Oh my god.
But then I went inside and I just left the turtle out there. I think maybe I put it back, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I've been telling people, well, maybe it didn't die because it wasn't there the next day. But now I'm like, maybe I put it back in the woods.
Maybe a vulture snatched it up?
My roommate was like, well, a cat probably ate it or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm trying to make myself feel better.
Yeah.
But I went inside and my mom was like, Mom, like, I had this turtle and I wanted to bring it in. And she's like, I wouldn't have let you keep it anyway. And I was like, Mom, I was like, I just killed a turtle and you're not being sympathetic at all.
Show me support.
I was so upset. And she was like, I mean, in all fairness, she was like, they can carry diseases. I was like, you're probably right. Like, probably shouldn't have taken it out of its wild.
I had a pet turtle. His name was Henry.
Aww.
See, I don't know if he died or like if because okay, I got home from school one day. Henry's gone. I was like, and I asked my dad. I was like, "Where's my turtle?" And he was like, "Oh, like he got really sick, so we had to take him back to the pet store."
Oh.
So I don't know if that was actually true or if we like killed him, but I took care of him though, so I wouldn't be surprised if he actually got sick and they like took him back. But
maybe Beast ate him.
Oh.
Beast is her cat.
Well, no, but it was like a whole tank that was like enclosed.
Oh,
so,
okay,
like,
okay.
I don't know. I had a lot of like pets growing up. I had a gecko.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was like when I was like little though.
See, well, the only pet I had fish in like 6th grade, and then I had a dog when I was really little, but we had to give it away because of my sister. She was allergic. It was really sad. But other than that, I've never had any pets.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know me. I love dogs. Oh my gosh! Did you watch the new Pixar short yet?
No.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Oh,
the Kit Bull one.
Yeah, I saw like people sharing the trailer, but I haven't watched it.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch it. It'll make you cry. Like every time I've watched it like 9 times now. Every time I've cried.
Well, I realize now I'm not really a pet person. Like I have dogs a few times. I like dogs and I like spending time with them, but I don't think I would ever want to live with one. Like I can handle it for a short amount of time and like play with them, but I think about it, I'm like, I wouldn't want dog hair all over my like furniture and everything, all over all of my clothes. Like I don't like how they smell or anything.
I want a cat because cats are so like.
Yeah, they take care of themselves.
They take care of them.
But I'm allergic to cats.
Yeah.
I do like cats. Well, actually, I might not be allergic anymore because I don't know. It's weird. But so I've discovered, like, I don't know, because I always see these things where people are like, every time I see a dog, I'm just like, dog! And I'm like, okay, let's chill out.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm like, maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as big of an animal person as I think I would have been if we had kept our dog. Yeah,
that's true. And I mean, obviously, like, you hate turtles because you killed one. So
it's still like that's like probably the worst like thing you've ever done.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
Yeah. Aw.
Okay, well,
rest in peace, turtle.
Shelly/Sheldon.
Shelly/Sheldon, but I mean, let's be honest. If you were in Branson, like, maybe he did you a favor. Like, it was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, I'm like some other like crackhead would have done it already. Okay. Well, I guess we should probably move on to the topic after talking about turtles for like 20 minutes.
Oh gosh.
Okay, guys. So today we're both gonna be attacked by this topic, but I want to talk about it. Quirky is the new normal.
Yeah.
So in today's society, being a hipster, being alternative, being quirky, whatever you want to call it, you're not like special.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like you're not. Being, these alternative bands have become a lot more popular. It's become more mainstream, wearing like all black clothing. And there's like two different sides of this that I want to talk about. The first one is how I don't think it's bad that has become the new normal. I mean, you think about like early 2000s, emo was really in.
Oh yeah, like the whole scene movement.
Yes, exactly. And so obviously not everyone is like alternative or whatever you want to call it, but a large majority of people are, and I think it's especially seen on like social media and stuff.
Yeah,
now.
You can tell a lot about a person by their Instagram feed,
yes,
I feel like.
Yes.
This is actually so funny that we're talking about this though, because there's this video that I watched on YouTube for a long time. It's called How the Hell Should I Dress? And it's this guy, he's an animator, and he like animates like how he's like, I don't know what to wear. And it's like really funny. And there's like one part where he's talking about, he's like, well, like back when I was a kid, like I tried to dress like abnormal and like, tried to dress like edgy, but like now everything I wore that was like rebellious as like a kid can now be like purchased in a shopping mall. And I was like, that is so true.
Yes.
Like even with now, it's like think about like when like vinyl started getting big again. Like now you can buy vinyl records at like every like at Urban Outfitters.
You can buy them at Target.
You can literally can buy them at Target.
Like go to like just Forever 21 or something. You're gonna find like alternative clothing, and I mean you'll also find like I guess quote unquote basic white girl clothing. But here's my thing. First of all, okay, if you are alternative and you're into alternative stuff, that's fine. That's cool. But don't think you're special. Sorry.
No, I hate when people like, and I feel like maybe I do this a little bit, so I'm gonna like expose myself. But like when people like are like disgusted at people who like listen to like mainstream music and stuff, which like me, but like also I hate when people do that. Okay,
but no, listen, mainstream. It's mainstream for a reason. It's because it's good. Like, people enjoy it. So you think about... sorry, I'm getting heated.
No, it's okay.
So, you think about, like, Ariana Grande. Like, she's really big right now.
Her.
And people love her. But I'm sure there are people out there who are like, well, I don't listen to Ariana Grande. She's, like, too mainstream. Like, I only listen to real music. Shut up. Just shut up. Like, if you say anything like, I only listen to real music, you're annoying and you're, like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, no one wants to talk to you about music.
Everyone has different music tastes. Everyone has different tastes in everything. So, like, why would you... expect, like, I don't think it's all subjective. That's the right one, right? Yeah. And there's another thing, like, have you ever heard of the word locals?
Oh my gosh, yes, I use the word
local. So the word local, basically what it means is, it's basically like someone who's basic.
Yeah, it's like a Twitter, Twitter locals.
Yeah. And if you call someone a local, you're using it as an insult usually. But I thought about it and I'm like, people who use the word local are locals themselves.
Yeah.
Because only locals use the word locals. And it's just like, honestly, who cares? Like, just let people like what they want to like. As long as it's nothing like illegal or like bad, if I don't see a problem. And if someone wants to wear more dark clothes, fine. If someone wants to wear more mainstream pink clothes, whatever, fine. Who cares? And I think you're like, okay, don't act okay. If you wear like Vans and black hoodies and listen to Billie Eilish, like, you're not special, and stop thinking that you are special.
No, this is like, oh gosh, like, like when me and my friends were on our senior trip, this summer, there was a store called on the boardwalk called Artsy Boho, and like literally we made fun of it so hard like the entire week because it's just like a ridiculous name, and like that's like it's like we associated like the specific person that would shop at Artsy Boho.
Yes,
and it'd be like, we sell floppy hats and flowy pants and billabong and like all that.
See,
stuff.
it's hard because you gotta find a balance. Because first, like if you like that stuff, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like I like stuff like that too. You know, right now I'm wearing a checkered shirt that looks like my I also have checkered Vans. That is a very like basic alternative staple. And I wear it because I genuinely like it. But I don't try and make myself seem different because I wear those. And so you gotta find that balance of not trying too hard where it seems like you can tell when a person is genuine. Yeah. So if you're just doing it just to like be different, quote unquote, like it's gonna be transparent and everyone's gonna see right through you. But if you're doing it because you genuinely like it, then don't let other people like try and come for you. I don't know. You just gotta find that right balance of not trying too hard, but also like not, I don't know, just don't be annoying. Yeah. That's the moral of the lesson. Don't be annoying.
No, I feel like it's like with you know, with all these like different styles and like music and stuff that like people are really into. Like it's just popularizing what it is, and like that's like, you know, like with like hipsters, like back in like what, like when hipsters were like first a thing in like what, like 2013, 2011, yeah, around then. And it was like, but like now everyone looks like that. Yes. Like I mean, just look at me, like my glasses, like literally,
same,
like yeah. So it's just like I feel like it just popularizes everything, which is like I guess what the opposite of what the hipsters wanted. But
there's just multiple types of basic nowadays. You know, you have your basic white girl, you have your basic hipster, you have your basic alternative person. But ultimately it comes down, you're all basic. And you know, making fun of the other basic person doesn't make you look cooler because you're not. You're just annoying. Just be yourself, guys.
Okay, no. Don't just be yourself.
No, don't.
Do what you want to do. Like, within reason. Like, I'm not saying, like, just be yourself. Like, you can do whatever you want, like, to a degree. And, like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I have an ice cube in my mouth.
Well,
no, you can be whoever you want, and that person doesn't have to be yourself. Like, you know what I mean by that? Like, it's like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of an example. But, like, be yourself, but also, like, you can be, that self can be, like, whoever you want it to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can craft who you want to, like, how you want to be perceived is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see that. And also, like, this is turning into slightly a different conversation, but there seems to be, like, this idea, you know, with this idea of, yes, be yourself, but almost to the point where people are, like, well, that's just the way I am. It's like, no, you need to constantly be improving yourself, constantly be changing yourself to make a better person, to be a better person. Yeah. Like, even if you think you're a super nice person, like, you can always do something better.
Yeah.
And so telling yourself, well, that's just the way I saw something that, what was it? On my Facebook page, some girl posted about, this girl was talking to someone who was working the front desk at the library, and she was like swearing at him. She was like, hurry up. And literally all she did was like come up and she was like, hey, I have a card to get into one of the rooms. And he was just writing it down. She goes, can you hurry up? And like she was just being super rude, and she like shook her umbrella on him, so he got all wet, all this stuff. And this girl posted on the Facebook page, she's like, look, just a reminder to be, like, kind to people, like, there's no reason to act that way. And then someone comments, well, someone can't help how they're raised. And I'm like,
okay, what?
I was like, I don't care how you're raised. That doesn't give you an excuse to act that way. Oh, yeah. This is literally a completely different conversation, but it's fine. I just, like, you know, I don't know, just be nice to people. There's no reason to put down other people and to...
That's so funny.
and to put down other people for their tastes. And I know I can definitely be a hypocrite. Mm-hmm. Like, I can sometimes be like, oh, that's, like, so basic. Like, why would you do that? Mm-hmm. But I just see all these people, especially coming for, like, celebrity. Like, have you ever heard of, like, Emma Chamberlain? Mm-hmm. I see people on Instagram attack her all the time. Yeah. And they're like, oh, she's so quirky and she's just trying to be so cool. And I'm like, I honestly think she's just trying to live her life. I don't think she's trying to, like, be this, like, cool, different kind of girl. But everyone's just like, she's not funny. Only locals like them. And I'm like, shut up.
Wait, isn't
like, just let people like
date Jake Paul?
No. Mm-mm.
Or is that someone else that I'm thinking of? Because she's a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I forget who dated Jake Paul.
But it was some
not
name
her.
like that. I don't even know.
It was not her.
I was going to say, I was like...
No, but just ultimately, you know, find the right balance. As long as you're not, like, over the top trying too hard, and as long as you're not making fun of other, like, quote-unquote basic people, mm-hmm. and you just wear what you want to wear, as long as it's not, like,
in the end,
messed up.
We were all basic.
Really. And that's so, trends come and go.
Yeah, and I wonder what's next.
Honestly.
What is next?
Like, trends come and go, and so, you know, in a few years, whatever
double denim will be back.
You know, who knows, like, Still Woozy, maybe he'll be like the next big artist.
Oh my gosh.
And then you know, all the people who were like, well, I was listening to Still Woozy when he was just like only had this many followers or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you know, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? Who cares?
Oh, but also, like, I'm like, who cares who listened to them first? But also, like me, I am so
I'm the same
overprotective of my artists that, like, I found before everyone else did. Like, King Princess, I've been listening to her, like, way longer than everyone else. I hate to be that person, but it's, like, literally... Like, I found her, like, through a friend, and, like, I'd never heard of her before then. And then all of a sudden, like I literally asked in my group message, I was like, hey, has anyone listened to, like, King Princess before? Like, no one replied. Like, it was just, like, I had said, like, any name, but... Literally, and then, like, a few months later, it's like, hey, like, anyone here listen to King Princess from one of my other friends? And I was like, literally, I've been listening to her since the beginning. I will continue to listen to her, and I listened to her before you, so shut up.
No, I'm the same way. I'm like, honestly, I'm preaching to myself and all this, because I'm like, I need to definitely work on that, and, you know, I don't go around telling people, like, oh, like, I'm cool because I do this and I do that. Like, I do have my different things that I like, and I like the fact, I guess, that I'm different or whatever, but I'm like, everyone's different for the most part. And it is definitely something I need to work on. And I think there is something to be said about finding an artist before they're popular. It's really cool, and you kind of feel closer to them in a sense. But at the same time, I hate when people, like, get angry when they're like, oh, well, like, only real fans know, like, the old whatever
music,
artist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. Like, let new fans come in. You want this person to have more success, don't you? And so I always see people are like, I want this person to succeed, but at the same time, like, I kind of want it to just be our little secret, which is totally makes sense. I totally get that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you need to let the new fans come in, because like, they're just trying to enjoy this same thing that you enjoy. You just happen to find it earlier.
Yeah. And speaking of trends, like, coming in and coming out, so you know this, but I love Crocs. I love Crocs. I think they're a great shoe.
No, I hate them.
Have been wearing them since, like, 6th grade. No, even before that, like, 4th grade. So I
had mine in 3rd grade.
See, well, you know what? But I wore Crocs in, like, middle school, and, like, everyone made fun of me. Like, everyone was like, ew, why are you wearing Crocs? Blah, blah, blah. And I continued to wear my Crocs because I was like, I don't care about what you say. I love my Crocs. Then, in high school, everyone else started wearing Crocs. And I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
And so the thing is that everyone started wearing Crocs again, and I'd been wearing them for, like, ever. But then Crocs slowly started fading out. And I'm like, people are going to think I'm weird for still wearing Crocs, but I've been wearing Crocs the whole time. Joke's on them. But they're going to think that I'm just, like, staying on the bandwagon too long. But I'm not. And it's stuff like that makes me mad.
Yeah, and that all goes back to not making fun of what people wear, and to the sense, like Crocs. Okay, I personally don't like Crocs.
They're
and I think
ugly.
they are,
No, they're so ugly, but
yes,
I love them.
Yes, and but if you were wearing like something just outrageous, that was just like, okay, we get it, like you're looking for attention, but I don't. That all goes back to making fun of people for like, oh well, you're wearing Crocs, but then turning around. That's what makes it annoying, It just all goes back to the same thing, I feel like.
It's same with, like, Birkenstocks. Like, Birkenstocks used to be, like, the lesbian shoe, and now everyone has a pair of Birkenstocks that I know. Like, have you ever heard
I've
that?
never heard of that. No.
Oh, no, because everyone, like, compares it to, Peppermint Patty in, Charlie Brown, because she, like, her shoes look like Birkenstocks.
I haven't seen, wow.
And everyone's, like, the OG lesbian.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah.
Okay, well, rant over for me. Anything else to add?
I don't think so.
This is a shorter episode. We usually have these like long lists of like this deep dive on a certain subject.
Yeah.
But I thought today would be a little more chill.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
Okay, people hating a celebrity just to hate them because they think it's like edgy.
Yes, and I think that goes back to like kind of the I was talking about Emma. Like a lot of people hate on her. I think just because it's popular to hate him. Justin Bieber back in the day, I remember everyone constantly hating on him, and I was so confused.
No wonder he turned out the way he
honestly,
did.
yeah. They're like, and now they're like, oh, he like looks homeless, and I'm like, well, probably because you guys like made
bullied him.
Yeah, literally, like he was having millions of people tell him he sounds like a little girl. I had mentioned this on my radio show before. I was like, I remember even as a kid when I at first I did think he was a girl, like I genuinely did, but that wasn't me trying to be mean. I just thought he was a girl, and then when I was told he was a boy, I was like, oh, okay. But I'm like, the kid hadn't hit puberty yet.
Yeah, like
we all sounded like little girls when we were little. So I don't think it's
we don't get it.
Like it's not. People are like, oh, he's like such a girl, and I'm like,
he's like 11.
I'm like, leave him alone. He didn't do anything to you. And then he like starts like peeing in buckets and like spitting on people or whatever he did whenever he went through that phase. Yeah. And I'm like
speed racing.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, you guys kind of bullied him, so like no wonder why he turned out this way. And that's not an excuse to his actions. He shouldn't have done that.
But I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and I agree. And like Ariana Grande, I think
oh my
is
gosh,
one.
People love to hate Ariana.
And I think it's because she's mainstream and getting big.
Yeah.
It's like when you get to the top, people are like, oh, well, that person's like, I'm too cool to like that person. Why? If you don't like their music, that's fine. You have your own taste. Yeah. But just don't listen to them and don't pay attention. There's no reason to go off on people for liking them.
One thing Ariana Grande has done to make the whole world hate her. Like, maybe the donut thing, but, like, no one remembers that. Do you remember?
Yeah, no one talks about that.
No one talks about that because no one cares anymore because she was, like, 17. Or, like, no, she was, like, a teenager still.
No, she was in her 20s.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she was, like, 21.
Because that was a few years ago, and she's, like,
it was 20 when her second album came out, and I think she had finished Victorious by that point. But I'm pretty sure she's, like, 25 now. So,
okay,
it definitely was not... It was not, I'm pretty sure she was still in her early 20s.
Oh, I see, yeah.
But, like, still, I agree, like, no one talks about that. I occasionally will see something about it, but no one, when I see about it, it's just a joke.
See, like, that's the thing, is that, like, if you're gonna hate Ariana Grande, like, at least, like, pull receipts from something she actually did wrong.
Yeah, what people mostly go at her for is, like, cultural appropriation. I don't want to get too much into that.
Yeah.
That's another episode for another day, because we could talk a lot about that.
Yeah.
But, just, I don't know, I feel it's just, when you get to the top, people want to hate on you, and just for no reason, Unless they genuinely have done something, like, terrible. Yeah. Then leave them alone.
Same with, like, Rebecca Black. With Friday. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, she got tons of death threats. Why? Because she made a bad song.
Okay, but like...
Honestly, that slaps.
No, but honestly, if you listen back to the song, it sounds like any other thing that would have been on the radio.
Yeah, it's just her voice is probably, like, a little more, like, auto-tuned. But I'm also, like, she's 13.
No, the thing is that she also can sing. Like, have you listened to her sing recently, like, on her YouTube channel?
I saw she released a music video the other day.
Yeah, she's good. Like,
and
she
I was
can
like,
sing.
wait, what? I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, she's really good. But, yeah, no, I mean, like, think about that. Like, how many of you like didn't like leave a mean comment on the Rebecca Black Friday video?
Oh,
like it's
I
like
loved it.
I know, but like some of those comments were nasty.
Yeah,
and
I
like
mean,
I don't like the song was bad, but like it wasn't that bad. Like it's not like any other.
It's not like she did. I mean, people were going after her, being like, "Oh, your parents just paid for this." Okay, and your point,
like what about it?
Like, okay, my parents gave me something really nice. What's bad about that? Like, people do not need to feel ashamed because they're given things by their parents. If they are given things by their parents and then aren't grateful or they take credit for it, then you can go after them. But like, going after them because, you know, I see how that's a problem. But going after them because their parents gave them something and they're appreciative of it. Like, it's not wrong for your parents to give you stuff. It's not wrong that you have money. Like, no one... I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get that stuff either.
This is just us ranting.
Yeah,
for
this
like
is literally
an hour.
just us like unpacking all of the baggage that we've been carrying about this subject.
So, moral of the story is, guys,
be
nice.
yourself, but don't be yourself too much.
Basically, yes, that pretty much goes for everything now. Yeah, you gotta have standards.
Oh, also, don't dish it if you can't take it. Like, literally, like, I can take it, like, if someone calls me, like, basic. Like, I don't care, but, like, you know, but also, like, I kind of dish it out. But I can take it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But also, I wouldn't call someone basic to, like, their face. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, like, a subtweet. Like,
wow.
But
also, stop like telling people who drink Starbucks they're basic. Like, it's a drink.
God, Starbucks is good though.
Starbucks is good.
I don't get why.
I'm like, it's a drink. Who cares if it's like calling it basic? I'm like, okay, and it's good. I like the taste of it. Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh. That's like, that reminds me of like AirPods too. Like
yes.
It smells like broken here. But like, also true.
I mean, that's like that. Like I make jokes to my roommate about that, but like I'm not serious. I don't actually think you're like trying to flex on me if you're wearing AirPods.
Oh my
like,
gosh, it's so funny though. The memes are good.
Yeah, they are.
It's a good meme. But yeah,
Well, that is the end of our
I'm out
rant.
of breath. Oh my God.
Like, yeah, honestly. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to just us rant and talk about turtles, traumatizing stories.
Yeah.
This was a little more of a jumbled podcast, not as organized, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, this was fun. I wish we could do it like face to face all the time.
I know.
I'll come down to
Tennessee.
Murfreesboro,
yeah.
and you can interview me. But yeah, so.
But thank you guys so much for listening. You can find us. Well, you can find me on Instagram, pglover2447. I also have a YouTube channel. Like I said, got some interviews coming up. Really excited about those. They're really interesting. Well, I know the one is interesting. I'm having the next one right after this.
Yes.
And my YouTube is On The Noise. And then you can find Mia's Instagram.
Yeah, you can find me at SonicMia21. Yeah. And then obviously you're listening to this on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button.
And like, and comment.
And comment. Yeah.
Comment what you love that's mainstream.
Yeah. I know there's about 47 of you listening because we got 47 views on one video, so if you don't comment, you're fake.
And go watch our other, or listen, I guess, to our other podcasts.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. We have a good time, you know.
They're really good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Thank you so much.